So here are the air truck PDF plans. It's 10 pages. Now this is the hardest part of the build and most boringest part. You see how the printer cuts off like that little space that's like 6 millimeters or something? And then this line right here, well, I drew that line with pencil. So what you want to do is make a line down all of the where it gets cut off and draw a line there. And if there's like a line there but not one there, like if there's a part right here that goes off the page and there's like a place where you know where it stops there but not here, then you have to measure and then just do the same right here so it's all good. And then on parts, like, you only have to do it to the places where there's parts that go off the page, but to stuff like this where there's a part that goes off here but there's nothing that tells you how far where it gets cut off, you just kind of have to guess and put it together like a puzzle once you cut it all out. So I'll do that, and now I'll cut off all the edges and tape them together so it's just like one big square. So here's all the things laid out, and now I'm going to tape them together and make sure they're like all lined up perfectly, and then I will cut out the parts. So I'll get right on it. So now I've got all this stuff taped together and it's like one big sheet. So now I'll cut out each piece. Like I'll cut out that, and all that. So I'll do that. So here are all the parts. Now I'm going to trace them out on 6mm Depron foam and then cut out the foam. So I'll have all those pieces the same shape but instead of paper. So here are all my pieces. Now I have to cut them all out of foam. And notice how I labeled each one C, B, and A. And those little squares over there were labeled that. And then this one is labeled top because on the thing it says top to this. There's two of these. They're not the same. There's that one and this one. This one does not say top. So I'll cut them out. Got a lot of cutting to do. So here are all the pieces. Now you can start assembly. All the boring part is over. So here's number A, and it's hot glued to there, and it's being held straight with a square thing. So it goes like this: A, B, C. So I'll put those on now. So here's A, B, and C. Now they might not fit perfectly. I had to trim B a little bit, but whatever, just make it work. Now I'll glue that top part on. I'm watching Night Flyer.
I gotta tell you, for a fixed pitch helicopter, this flies very nice.
So you've got A, B, C, and then here's one of the bottom things. You cut out two of those, and they're the same, so it doesn't really matter. But there's kind of the front end. So now I'll put on the other one of these things. So wait, stop, look. See, measure 10 inches back from right there and 10 inches back. And that's about right here on mine. So you're going to take your top one and you're going to put it right there and glue it. And it's going to go back here, and then you have to bend the foam around. So I'll do that then to show you. So I put that on, and see how it like overlaps? What you want to do is put glue on that overlapping part, and then take this and stick it on so it like goes flat. So I'll do that then show you. So the reason I didn't put the wing in the PDF is because it would take up a lot more paper and stuff, and it's just easier to do it this way. So take your piece of foam and make a rectangle that's 10 by 36 inches. So take a looky-see. Yeah, 10 about by 36, and then cut that out, and I'll show you what to do next. So now take the bottom of your wing, and that's the front, and measure 3.5 inches back and draw a line just like that. And now take a piece of clear packing tape and run it all the way along the side, the back side of your wing. So like, I don't know if I can hold this up and get a reflection there, but you see that? There's a piece of packing tape all the way along there. Now do the same thing to the other side, the same length back. So 3.5 inches back, 3.5 inches back, make a line and put a piece of packing tape. So I've got tape on the bottom, top, and top, bottom, whatever it is, I don't know. But now, just because I'm nifty shifty, I'm going to put another strip of tape right next to that one, so it'll be even better. Like, so a strip of tape here and here. So see, I've got fat tape, and this is my front. So now we're going to take this downstairs to a stove, but you can also use a blow dryer or something, but I'm going to use the stove to curve the airfoil.